Let's go to our UK correspondent, Jonathan Sacerdoti. Jonathan, can you update us on the investigation, particularly on these suspects who are in custody?
As you say, Caleb, two men are now being held by police, and they're connected because both of them are believed to have been linked to a foster home in Sunbury-on-Thames in Surrey, and they're being questioned by police still. On Saturday, 18-year-old man was arrested at Dover Port, presumably trying to escape the country. He's thought to have moved to the UK at the age of 15 when his parents died. Ronald Jones, who is 88, and Penelope Jones, 71, were the foster parents who ran the home in which he lived, and they fostered hundreds of children, including refugees, and had been honoured by the Queen for their many years of caring for foster children. 60 homes nearby their house were temporarily evacuated on Saturday during that arrest, and there is still a police cordon around the property while police are investigating inside, with forensic tents having been set up. Speaking about the 18-year-old suspect, one local neighbour told the Daily Mail that about 2 weeks ago he was arrested by police at Parsons Green, which is where the bombing took place. She said that she didn't know what it was for, but he was returned back to Penny and Ron. And meanwhile, a 21-year-old man believed to be Syrian-born Yahya Farouk was also arrested in Hounslow in London. His Facebook page says that he comes from Damascus, and he's believed to be a former foster child of the same couple.
Jonathan, the fact that the threat alert was lowered, is that an indication that the police believe that these two suspects were involved and it doesn't extend beyond them?
It does seem to be that way. Both men are remaining in police custody under Section 41 of the Terrorism Act 2000, and that allows them to keep the suspects detained without charge beyond the standard 4 days allowed for other crimes. And of course, the threat level was raised when there was still a manhunt going on to critical, which means that there's another imminent attack. But it's now back down to the second highest at severe, which means an attack is possible, but there is no reason or intelligence to think that one is imminent. So clearly what made them think it was imminent was the fact that those two men were at large.
Jonathan, you mentioned this foster couple that took in the dozens of refugees and orphans. I wonder how it might affect the debate there in the UK, or is already affecting the debate on taking in refugees if it turns out these two individuals are complicit.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Farouk's believed to have fled Syria via Egypt and arrived in Europe in late 2013. This does, of course, put new life back into the debate about whether or not Britain should take refugees from war-torn parts of the Middle East. Of course, in the past, people appealed to people's hearts and said that at least the children should be welcomed in. But here we have somebody potentially who was welcomed in at the age of 15 and then at the age of 18 is alleged to have put this bomb on the tube network. So when you look at those ages and you look at those facts, it seems that there is plenty of life left in that debate whether or not Britain can put aside the threat level and the possible security implications and allow people in who need caring for, and whether or not just one or two bad eggs, let's say, means that they have to stop other children and other refugees being allowed into the country. Of course, that will all rage on, that debate, and there certainly won't be an end to it anytime soon.
Certainly not. Jonathan Sacerdoti in London, thank you for that.